Hi, ladies. I want to talk to you a little bit about the first quarter being over. Can you believe that? Here we are. It's the first week of April, and the first quarter is now over, and we've just entered into the second quarter. So, what does that mean? Well, I feel like it's now time to look at our goals for the year. So, most of us set goals in January and we create our year, our quarters, our everything that we want to accomplish. And I feel like now's a good time to press pause and look to see where we're at. Because at this point of the year, this is where a lot of people give up. They stop going to the gym. They stop doing their business goals. They're deflated. Things aren't going the way that they wanted them to. So it's time to stop and look back and see what you have accomplished, because you have accomplished things, and then look to see what's the gap in what you want to accomplish. Why do we want to talk about this? Because I want to talk to you about your first impression. So here we are going into the springtime, and we're about to change out our winter dark wardrobes for something new and springy and fun. And it's time to look to see, are we fulfilling on our goals? Are we fulfilling on our first impressions? And if not, what can we do to do that? So whether you did it at the beginning of the year, whether you stopped at the beginning of the year to see and to create, what do I want my first impression to be? And maybe you let it slide, or maybe you weren't considering it going into spring, or if you didn't do it, now's time to do it. So by designing your brand, changing your first impression, you can achieve so much success effortlessly, easily. Most people don't realize this, but by changing the way you look, you change your life. You change the way people see you. And I preach about this. So if you've heard me talk about this before and you haven't done anything about it, I hope you do this time, because you have less than 3 seconds. Sometimes some people say it's 1 second because we live in such a fast-paced society. So you have less than seconds to make a great first impression. And people think they know everything they need to know about you in those first few seconds of meeting you. And typically, it's not what we want them to know. So how do you take control of this? Well, first of all, you want to sit down, and just like you would create your goals, you want to sit down and look at, what do I really want people to know about who I am? So it's who you are now, and it's who you are committed to being. So you could come up with words like successful, confident, funny, easygoing, outgoing, lots of different adjectives. But I invite you to stop and make a list of who you want people to know that you are when they first look at you. And make this list in correlation with your goals that you want to achieve. Because if you create this look, because it all starts with your brand, your first impression, if you can create a look that's consistent with those adjectives, then you can nail it. And anywhere you go, people see truly who you want them to see rather than what's haphazard. I like using this example. Have you ever been to a party and maybe you see someone from across the room and you look at them and think, I don't really care to get to know them? It's not even a conscious thought, but maybe you think you have nothing in common. And you go about meeting other people. And then at the end of the evening, your best friend introduces you to this person. And you are taken aback. You're like, wow, that person is so funny, so dynamic. We have so much in common. And I would have never talked to them on my own. Why? Because their first impression didn't match who they really are. Because when you can have your first impression, who you are on the inside, match the outside, magical things happen. The law of attraction happens. who you are just radiates through, and you start attracting to you the kind of people that you want to attract, the kind of people you want to be around, the kind of people you want to do business with, the kind of, I don't know, the kind of everything. So that's the importance of rebranding yourself and creating your first impression so that you can have those things. So if you're at the place in the second quarter, beginning of the second quarter, and you haven't fulfilled your goals in business, in your personal life, with your body, with anything, look to see what is the brand that I've been portraying myself as and how can I alter that? So you can alter that through the colors that you wear. You can alter it through the styles that you wear. And a lot of times, just like with goals, with people's style, as they go through life, they tend to not care as much or give up on. I even see this with some of our clients. We'll create an amazing look for them or an amazing style for them, and they feel amazing. And they love the way they look every day, and they're getting compliments. And then a few months go by and they go back to their old habits. Why? Because we're creatures of habit. So they go back to wearing a gray turtleneck, or they go back to their old jeans because they were comfortable rather than this new look that they created. And then they wonder, why don't I feel amazing? It's okay. You just have a lifetime of habits that creep up that want your attention. And the most important thing is to notice, oh, that's what just happened. I have bad habits that are creeping up and they're not going to support me fulfilling my goals. It could be ways of being in life also. It's not just with clothing. It's with everything in life. So I think the most important thing is to take a deep breath and notice what's actually running the show. How do you feel every day when you get dressed? Are you looking in the mirror thinking, wow, I killed it today. I feel amazing and I'm going to knock it out of the park? Or are you still merely getting by, putting on something that's just, I don't know, okay. Hopefully you look okay, but you don't feel the best. So what if, I just want to create this picture with you for a minute. What if you woke up in the morning and you get yourself in the perfect mindset for your day and what you want to accomplish, and you have big goals, and you go to the closet and you look at what you're going to wear and you pick out the perfect outfit? And you put it on and you look in the mirror and you say, oh, I look amazing. I am going to kill it today. No one can mess with me. I am going to achieve everything and more. Imagine what your day would be like if that's how you start it. If that's how you start the day, you better believe you're going to kill it that day. You're going to knock it out of the park. But if you don't, and you start the day looking in the mirror going, oh, well, I guess this is okay, then that's your day and you won't accomplish as much. So I invite you to look in the mirror, look newly, look to see, do you love the way you look? Are you loving the way you feel? If not, make a change. Maybe the change tomorrow morning is just putting on red lipstick. Maybe the change is putting 5 minutes into your makeup. Maybe the change is putting some accessories on. Maybe the change is redesigning everything. Regardless of what the change is, we are here to help you every step of the way. If you do need help, we're here. So if you haven't heard about our course, we have an online course where we teach you every single step of the way, even down to tailoring. Maybe what makes you not feel so great is that your clothes aren't fitting. Maybe you love them, but they just don't fit right. So how do you know what to tailor and where to get tailored, or undergarments that go under them? So I just want to do a quick little shout out for our online course because this coming week we're running a special. So the course is yourcuratedstyle.com. And next week, just for people on our newsletter list and people that listen to the podcast, we're running a special that we are opening the course for you only for the week. And the price is normally $9.97 and we're taking it down to $777. Your lucky number 7. And why? Because I want this to be your best year ever. I want this to be the year you fulfill your dreams. I want this to be the year you look in the mirror and say, I look amazing. I want this to be the year you meet the love of your life. I want this to be the year that you have the body you love. I want this to be the year you make the money that you're worth, because you are worth having it all. And I want to help you. So I invite you this week, look at your first impression, look at your goals, revamp yourself, re-inspire yourself, and let's make this happen together. And if we can help you with the course, it's yourcuratedstyle.com, and we'd love to help you. And let's go into the second quarter of this year nailing our look. So, hope that helps. Can't wait to hear what you accomplish out of this conversation. Have an awesome week. Talk to you soon.